Stop scrolling. Seriously, don't blink. You're watching Jikook Lover. And before we begin, hit like right now, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments because this story is already shaking the global fandom. Early January, with no warning and no countdown, one magazine quietly dropped an issue that changed everything. One cover, one stare, one name that instantly sent shockwaves across fashion, music, and pop culture. Why February? Why now? And why does this feel less like a photo shoot and more like a message? Stay with us, because this isn't just a magazine cover, it's a signal. It began the way the biggest stories always do, not with a headline, but with unease. A strange silence, a pause that felt deliberate. In the first days of January, when the world was still shaking off the haze of New Year celebrations, something shifted. A few insiders whispered. A few blurry images surfaced and vanished. No official statements followed, and that absence only made the tension thicker. Because when Jimin's name starts moving quietly, history says something monumental is about to surface. Then it happened. Vogue Korea released its February 2026 issue earlier than expected, cutting through the calm of early January like a blade. No dramatic teaser campaign. No extended rollout. Just one image, uploaded without ceremony, that immediately froze timelines around the world. Jimin on the cover, not smiling, not performing, not asking to be seen, commanding it. What unsettled people wasn't just that he was the cover star. It was how he appeared. The image didn't scream luxury or trend-chasing excess. Instead, it whispered restraint, confidence, and something harder to define, an emotional weight that lingered long after the first glance. His gaze wasn't inviting admiration. It was confronting the viewer, as if asking a question no one was ready to answer. Fashion insiders noticed it instantly. Vogue Korea is not impulsive. Every cover is calculated, every release date symbolic. Choosing Jimin for February 2026, then releasing the issue at the very start of January, felt intentional to the point of provocation. This wasn't about seasonal fashion. This was about timing, narrative, and transition. A statement placed at the very beginning of the year, as if declaring that whatever comes next has already begun. Social media reacted in waves. First came shock, then analysis, then division. Some fans celebrated the cover as confirmation of Jimin's unshakable status as a global icon whose influence now fully transcends music. Others felt something more complex, an unease wrapped in admiration. Why did the concept feel quieter, more introspective, almost heavy? Why did it feel like a closing chapter and an opening sentence happening at the same time? Every detail became fuel for speculation. The minimalist styling, the muted tones, the way his posture balanced openness and distance. This wasn't a man being styled, it was a story being told. And Vogue Korea, known for capturing cultural turning points rather than fleeting trends, seemed fully aware of that. Jimin's silence following the release only intensified the impact. No immediate livestream, no lengthy explanation. In an era where celebrities rushed to contextualize every move, his restraint felt deliberate. Silence, in this case, became the loudest possible response. Fans began connecting dots, pulling threads from past interviews, lyrics, and moments that once felt insignificant but now seemed prophetic. When excerpts from the accompanying interview surfaced, the tone only deepened the mystery. Jimin spoke about time, change, and the quiet courage it takes to step forward without erasing who you once were. He didn't announce anything. He didn't deny anything either. Instead, he left space for interpretation, debate, and anticipation. On a broader cultural level, the cover marked something undeniable. Jimin is no longer just a participant in global pop culture, he is shaping its language. Vogue Korea didn't simply feature him as a celebrity. It framed him as a symbol of evolution, of artistic maturity, of a generation learning how to redefine success on its own terms. And that is why this cover feels different. It doesn't celebrate loudly. It doesn't explain itself. It arrives early, speaks softly, and leaves behind a question that refuses to fade. Like a calm before something vast. Like the opening move in a game no one has fully seen yet. As days passed, the impact of the cover didn't fade, it intensified. Fashion critics began calling it one of Vogue Korea's most psychologically charged covers in recent years, not because of extravagance, but because of restraint. In an industry addicted to noise, this image dared to be quiet. And silence, when chosen, becomes power. Jimin's presence on that cover felt less like a celebration and more like a declaration of self-awareness, as if he was no longer chasing validation, but defining the terms of how he would be seen. Fans noticed something else too. The timing didn't just feel early, it felt strategic. January is a month of resets, of resolutions, of unseen plans taking shape. Releasing a February issue at the very start of the year reframed the calendar itself, suggesting that this wasn't meant to be consumed casually, but contemplated. It asked viewers to slow down, to read between the lines, to accept that not every evolution comes with an announcement banner. Across fandom spaces, discussions grew more intense, sometimes emotional, sometimes divisive. Some saw the cover as a symbol of independence, a man fully comfortable standing alone in his artistry. Others viewed it as a bridge, a moment of quiet before collective movement resumes. And then there were those who felt something even deeper, that the cover carried a sense of farewell to a version of Jimin the world had grown used to, even loved. What made this moment especially powerful was its ambiguity. There was no single narrative to cling to. Vogue Korea didn't tell audiences what to think. Jimin didn't instruct fans on how to feel. Instead, they offered an image and let it breathe. In doing so, they trusted the audience to sit with discomfort, curiosity, and anticipation all at once. In hindsight, that may be the most radical part of this release. Not the fame, not the visuals, but the refusal to explain. In a culture of instant gratification, this cover demanded patience. It suggested that some stories are meant to unfold slowly, and that meaning doesn't always arrive fully formed. As the conversation continues to ripple outward, from fashion circles to music analysts to fans who have followed Jimin's journey from the very beginning, one thing becomes clear. This was never just about being on a magazine cover. It was about control, about authorship, about choosing when to speak and when to let the world wonder. And maybe that's why this moment feels so charged. Because uncertainty makes people talk. It makes them argue. It makes them care. Now, as the images continue to circulate and theories grow louder with each passing day, the question no longer belongs to Vogue Korea or even to Jimin himself. It belongs to the fandom, split between excitement and unease, pride and speculation. So here is the question that refuses to stay silent, the one that will keep fans debating long after the magazine is closed. Is Jimin's Vogue Korea February 2026 cover simply an artistic milestone frozen in time? Or is it the quiet first move toward a future that will fundamentally change how we understand his role, his choices, and the story still waiting to be told?